a lot of entrepreneurs like to become serial entrepreneurs and start the next business to the next business. I don't know if it's because we get bored. You know,
yeah, we have entrepreneurial ADD.
You know, we want to figure things out. We want to have the challenge. But once you get it figured out, it's not as much of a challenge. So then you want to kick up a new business or what? I don't know.
But I think you hit on something awesome right there, which is also something so important, and that is people confuse entrepreneurship with a single craft, right? Like I am a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I don't care what I start in new industries every single time. I've had payroll business, construction, restaurants, digital marketing. Yeah. I've failed. I've succeeded. I've had recruiting agencies. Yeah. I don't know how to do any of the things I do until I know how to do them, right? But the difference is too often, and I think 63% fail because what people fail to realize is being an entrepreneur is a business. Yeah. Right. I'm a restaurateur does not make me a good entrepreneur. I'm a good CPA does not make me a good entrepreneur of an accounting firm.
Exactly.
Right. I'm an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur. We are good at problem solving. That is the definition of an entrepreneur.
I would add sales into that too. Sure. Sales and problem solving.
We solve problems.
Exactly.
We don't see issues. You know, like my dad's a doctor. That doesn't mean he can run his own medical practice. Yeah. That's a different job. He needs to partner with me. You be the doctor and let me run the business. Somebody run the business.
Because the business itself is completely different than what you're selling.
Correct.
You know, because there's plenty of people that are terrible in business, but they're great plumbers. Mm-hmm. They're great electricians, great at framing or whatever it is.
That's right.
Right? Maybe a great chef.
Great teacher, great doctor, great accountant, great lawyer.
Exactly. But then when it comes to the business side, you know, making deals happen, you know, networking with people, you know, all of these things are very important components in making a business successful. And if you're just good in one area, then you maybe either one, be open-minded to learn new shit and be willing to get hit in the face a little bit, or partner with somebody else that's maybe better at solving problems than you, and you're the fulfillment aspect of the business, and then you have the business operator, the individual that's actually running the business.
Or just people that want to do their craft. There's people that are wired that way. They're like, I don't want to make
They don't want to take the risk.
Bring me the business, I'll do my craft, right? Yeah.
And those people, and that's they're better at what they do than I would ever be. Right? Yeah. You know, I can't be successful. I don't know how to use a hammer. You know, I could barely put Legos together. But we can build restaurants because I have a team of amazing people that are phenomenal at what they do. Yeah. But you ask them to negotiate the contracts and work with vendors and suppliers and produce a P&L and make sure that we bring in more revenue than we're spending and deal with all the insurance requirements, and their head will explode.
Exactly.
And if you give me a hammer and a screwdriver, I won't know what to do with either one.
Exactly.
So it's great, right? It's a symbiotic relationship.
So you just hit on a point, just surrounding yourself with the right people. Okay?
Right.
One, a group of people that you're surrounded by, and the team inside of your business, right? The group of people that you have helping you take the business to the next level. Let me ask you this. How much has surrounding yourself with the right people impacted you, you know, personally and professionally? Right?
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's literally everything. And so much so I have a course on LinkedIn about relationship capital. Just went live, so check it out.
Where do they find it?
It's on LinkedIn Learning. So if you're a LinkedIn Premium member, it's free. If you're not, hit me up on LinkedIn. I'll send it to you for free so you don't have to buy it. But it's on LinkedIn, and it's all about that. I mean, truthfully, I'm not sitting here today but for the investment in relationship capital and surrounding myself with the most incredible people. From, you know, currently with Everbowl, the Dan Fleischmans and Aaron Wagners and you guys and a team, and, you know, on my team, Brian Augustine and Eric Hansen and the team that we have, and Eric Brossell, and all those guys have enabled us to do what we're doing. But for all of them, this isn't where it is. Yeah. My payroll business, if Brian Hansen, who joined me, wouldn't have done the operations side of actually processing payroll, I couldn't do that. Yeah. I mean, there's a zero. I would have failed in 2 minutes. Yeah. You know, I could sell the shit out of it. Yeah. I bring in more business than anyone will know what to do with. Yeah. But if you ask me to actually process it and handle the operations of that business, 0% chance that was happening.
And it's so important for you to be able to travel. Okay, you traveled here. Yes. There's a lot of shit that's still being done even when you're gone and away. It's so important to have the right people around that you just can travel without the stress of worrying about, oh man, is that going to get done? Or is this going to get done? Or is that going to get done? You know, there's been times when we were kind of the sales managers. Now we have people in place to obviously do that, but it seemed like when we would go out of town,
everything would
sales would dip. Yeah. You know, like if we're not looking over their shoulder or whatever it is, right? Not necessarily micromanaging to a certain extent, but
Just being there.
When the cat's away, the mice will play, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
And they just kind of pull their foot off the gas a little bit. Obviously, that's the job of a sales manager or a manager in general, is just make sure that the team is performing. But that's been huge for us too, is just having the right leaders in place to where you can just do your thing and focus on growing the franchise, because you're maybe best served right now for the business to be out in the world and bringing attention to the business and bringing it. Is that kind of your main thing right now, is let's focus on just exploding this thing, and the best way to do it is by getting as many eyeballs on as we possibly can?
Yeah, I mean, that's a large part. Obviously, I'm the CEO and I have investors, which means I work for my investors.
Yeah.
My job every day is to increase shareholder value and make the company worth more than it was yesterday. And that's another mistake as companies hit that next level, right?
Yeah.
And I had to learn this in my payroll company, which is startups are great because you get to do all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
But then once you bring in outside capital and you have investors, and we have private equity behind us, and we have expectations now, people make the mistake to think the CEO actually works for the business. I don't. And that's what I had to tell my team. I was like, guys and girls, you guys have to run this company and you have to be responsible. I don't work for Everbowl, the company. I work for the investors and shareholders. Granted, I am the largest shareholder, but I work for us, them, that pool of people. And I have to make decisions with that hat on. At the same time, I love Everbowl because it's my baby. I started the damn thing, right? Yeah. So I need you guys to make sure that we are being all the things we've built over the last 4 years on a daily basis. And so, yes, I'm very good at getting exposure for the brand and being out in the world, like you said. And so, me being on podcasts, me getting interviewed, me being featured, me doing these things and talking and being the face of the brand to the street brings eyeballs and attention to Everbowl that we wouldn't get otherwise. Yeah. And that's how we're getting these opportunities in Utah, Orlando, Oregon, Texas, North Carolina, New Jersey, New York.
Out of country,
Yeah, all that happens because of the stuff I'm doing now. And I needed the team to say, that can only happen because we have the dream team. Yeah. We have amazing people that can hold down the fort and grow the company the way it needs to be grown.